Previously on XENOSAGA II.
It's executing respawn. Crap! Try the cutoff again.
This is how beacons work.
Re-establish defensive logic against the external hack attempt.
What's going on?
MOMO. She's destroying her own mind to protect the data that Euro team entrusted to her.
What?
I'm a coward.
She's building a puppet, believing all of this is rubbish.
What? A puppet?
I will save her. I swear it.
Hey guys, this is Golden IDS, and this is another episode of XENOSAGA II. In the last episode, Momo cut her own neural network just to keep the data entrusted to her by Joachim safe. Luckily, she was saved by Yuli Mizrahi, her mother. And it's quite heartbreaking. This is going to be another episode kind of full of cutscenes, so I will see you in just a couple of minutes. See you guys. Take care. Let's initiate the dive.
The dive subjects for this operation will be the Chief, Junior, Chaos, and Ziggy. I've also arranged for KOS-MOS data to be simultaneously transmitted from 2nd Division into the Encephalon. I'm sure having her around will be reassuring.
That's good thinking, Alan.
Our dive target is Momo Mizrahi's subconscious domain, which is modeled after Sakura Mizrahi's memories. Like the dive into KOS-MOS Encephalon, there is a possibility of resonant memory playbacks with those who've closely shared time and space with her.
This time, that'd be me.
Junior?
Dr. Mizrahi told me that Sakura suffered from a central nervous system disorder. Did you have contact with her?
I did. The going theory was that Sakura's symptoms were somehow connected to unusual wave pulses within the UMN. She was being attended to at the Yuriev Institute, where her treatment was also a part of the URTV's UMN link training.
Sakura. The girl Momo was modeled after?
I'd like to ask you something. What is Udu exactly? Why were you URTVs created? To fight it?
Udu is the Unus Mundus Drive operation system. From the name, it might sound like some UMN control AI. But that thing was not created by human hands.
Yes. That thing? That's no AI. Nothing that simple could have created a space-time anomaly.
Exactly. They just picked the name because it sounded good. At first, they tried to make us believe it too. They said it was an artificial consciousness within the UMN that was carrying some kind of dangerous waves. But that was a total lie. Our father, Dmitry Yuriev, knew about it from the start.
All right, open spiritual link. All URTVs, match your individual waves to mine. Here it comes.
I'm scared, Rubito. Don't let go of my hand.
Concentrate, Albedo. Just do it like in training and you'll be fine. What the? Rubido! Emergency cutoff! Shutting down spiritual link! I know what I'm doing. Even though we think of them as mental waves, the resulting anti-particle collision with us will be converted directly into thermal energy. Ted knew everything. That bastard!
The link is already complete. We can't stop it.
No! Rubido, don't let go!
No! I'm cutting the link!
Don't let go!
So what is it?
It's an energy from a higher dimension. An entity humans couldn't possibly control. It's ironic that we URTVs are its anti-existence. Yet, we were never told what it really is.
Voodoo.
Encephalon construction complete. We can open the interconnection at any time now.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, everyone, just relax and enjoy the trip. Don't worry, I'm a pro at this.
Starting preparation for interconnection linkage.
He's right. We're in good hands.
Band secured. Opening cage partition. System monitors are showing normal values.
KOS-MOS data transfer confirmed. Initiating reconstruction.
Confirmed transport of external data. Readying prime field formation.
All preparations for direct approach complete.
All right, let's go.
Where are we?
The world inside Momo's subconscious domain. Sakura's inner world. Momo! Momo, you're okay. Hey, can't you hear me? Say something.
It's no use, Junior. She's not going to answer.
Why not? She's right there in front of us.
Her personality layer is offline. Plus, her neural network's completely fragmented. She can't understand anything we say. She may not be able to even hear us right now.
No. Damn it.
The Momo you're seeing here is nothing more than a product of her own subconscious. Even if she were able to take some sort of action, it would only be a simple reflex. Momo, even in her current state, she's still trying so hard to help us.
What are you doing? We don't have much time. Do you want to worry Momo even more?
Right. Momo, just hang on a little bit longer.
That cutscene always gets to me a little. I love the music in it. It's actually one of Hozo's, Shinji Hozo's really good tunes. He has a few good ones in this. They're like little ditties like that, really well. Really done well. Anyway, now we're inside Momo's subconscious domain. We're just going to go and explore around Sakura's house. Now the whole idea of this is that this exists inside Sakura's own subconscious domain. This is what she saw and where she lived. Okay, remember that. That'll be very important in a small while, actually. Cutscene later in this episode. But yeah, the subconscious domain is... I love the whole concept of it in this game. I'd love to explain it, but I really don't have enough time between takes to explain it, because there's a lot of cutscenes in this part. But anyway, yeah, we come back here, just trying to walk as we're in Pokemon. I have to walk at the same speed. Okay, we come back here to find 2 skill upgrades, C's. That'll be helpful for you, especially because we're going to start fighting monsters again. And back up here for another flashback.
Is that Momo?
No.
It's Sakura.
Rubido, it's all dark. It's kind of cramped in here. I know. Just shut up for a second, will ya?
I'm scared. Turn the light on.
Cut it out. Quit moving around so much. Ow!
Sorry.
Quit pushing, stupid.
What is this place?
Oh, we must have messed up the connection coordinates.
Albedo, you stepped on my foot in there!
Huh? I did not.
Uh-huh. That's us 14 years ago.
It wasn't me. It must have been Negredo.
No way, that was your foot.
That girl is our contact target.
No
The
way,
coordinates
that
were
was
correct.
Your foot.
That girl, she's looking at us.
I'm sorry.
You guys.
Next time, we'll come in through the door.
Wait!
Huh?
You guys. You can hear what I'm saying? I'm so happy you came.
See, that creeps me out. The idea that you couldn't even communicate with the rest of the world. That's something which you can understand why she was like, no, wait. But yeah, creepy. I really don't like that. You feel for Sakura. She just could not. She can't communicate with her parents or anyone that she loves. It's bizarre. Anyway, you might remember this from Xenosaga 1, the creepy bunny that Shion has on her keyring. That thing creeps me out. I mean, it's it's basically a man-cat face. Man-cat may have been something I invented. No, it was something from school. It was like this face of a cat with this like horribly warped man's face. It was kind of creepy. Okay, so we're now going to like delve into another area of Junior's resonant memories. I do like this. I mean, someone would say it's a cheap way of giving flashbacks, but in a way it makes you more involved in the past, and I think it's a really, really nice way of doing it. And also, by calling it subconscious domain, you're giving it some form of explanation. It isn't just out there and random, which I do like. But yeah, I apologise for the random movements. I am using Xbox controller to play this, and it's not the most responsive thing ever compared to a PlayStation 2 controller, or 3 controller, I'll give you that.
Dimitri, are you sure those boys are going to be able to help with Sakura's treatment?
I don't believe the condition your daughter suffers from is a mere natural disorder. Therefore, contact with the anti-Udu waveforms within the URTVs will be beneficial for her.
Hypersensitivity to the synchronicity of the UMN. We never had diseases like that when the universe was still small.
UMN dive operation phase 6 complete. URTV team commencing dive out, starting from number 660. Now opening dive pods.
That girl gave me a message. She said, please tell my mother that I love her. What else? She said, I got a seashell treasure box for my birthday last year. If you tell my mother that, she'll understand.
So, the wavelengths matched up.
You were able to talk to Sakura? So, what's your name?
Rubido! I mean, URTV unit number 666.
Rubido, please keep telling me the things she says. All right?
Yes, ma'am!
Mom.
Still not quite sure what she says mum, to be honest. I think it might be because her mum was in a coma, and it was something similar that caused that, but we'll get into that a lot later on. I mean, we knew she was in the acute neurosis treatment facility on Old Milsha, but we'll get into that a lot more. So yeah, basically they're just asserting that things are kind of staying where they were, kind of the same when we dove into KOS-MOS's subconscious domain to retrieve the data and free ourselves from the Utic subplot in the Miltian government. No, it wasn't in the second Miltian government, in the Galaxy Federation. Yeah, so basically what we're getting at here is there are 4 units which are called variants. These designer children created by Dr. Yuriev. They made 669 of them. If you notice the 666 on Junior's hand, that's because he was the 666th unit created. So there's a lot to that. He has special powers because of it. All the variants do. But we'll find some interesting things about some of them. Mainly Negredo. But yeah, this is Child Albedo, Child Rubido, and Child Negredo. Negredo obviously being Guinan, as we remember him in Xenosaga 1. I do really enjoy them being children again, but one thing to notice, Negredo sounds an awful lot like the voice actor who does Naomi, and she does a whole rake of voice acting stuff. She's everywhere, but I remember her mainly from Naomi, and I can't remember who else. But also the person who does Sunny also voices Momo in this game, and I think she also voices Sakura. There are bits that almost sound the same, but I do need to check that out. As I said, this game at the moment is going to be predominantly cutscenes, but during the next part we will hit a part where there'll be a lot of fighting, and I'm probably going to keep the fighting in and not cut it out, because I really would like to start speaking in this LP again, even though, you know what it's like with emulators, it can be a bit of a hassle. So yeah, we're just popping around town, just checking out the area. Yeah, one thing to note here is that they have no individual emotions. Well, the same with Realians, actually, is that they have a subconscious, they have a unified subconscious. And then, also another interesting fact about Negredo. Negredo doesn't have the anti-Udu waveforms, whereas the rest of them do. So Negredo's role is almost uncertain at this point. But don't worry, that will become certain. Yeah, he can't defeat Udu, which makes you wonder why he's on these anti-Udu missions. But yeah, he's a variant, and he is also with Albedo and Rubido. Notice Rubido, Albedo, and Negredo are also red, white, black, and I think that obviously the hair colour represents that. There's something to do with them being the horsemen of the apocalypse as well. This is out the back garden, which we won't go into just yet. I'm just getting my bearings around with this place. It's been a long while since recording here, so I'm trying to be really informative because I've been reading so much stuff about the whole Xenosaga universe. I love it. I love the universe in this game. I think I've said before, if I was to really believe in some sort of universal belief, I guess, universal theory, I would probably believe what Xenosaga has to say. Ah yes, Citrine number 666. Remember I said there were 4 variants? Or if I didn't, I meant to say there were 4 variants. Citrine is one of those variants, I think. She's one of the only female types, actually. Yeah, so yeah. Dimitri has his fingers in a hell of a lot of different pies. And I mean a hell of a lot of different pies. The thing with this game is so much will become apparent in the future. So much. And all I can do is just foreshadow everything. And it almost feels annoying and stupid, but that's literally what I'm going to be doing. I'm sorry. It's so difficult not to foreshadow knowing what's going to come in the future. But yes, Dr. Yuriev's obsession with Udo. Well, we'll find out a lot more about Udo in Xenosaga 3, and why he's so obsessed with it. And also, you find out a lot in the Pied Piper, which is the mobile game translation, which goes into Ziggy's backstory, which is super sad. Super sad. But yeah, the bird sounds. Actually, this is one of my favourite cutscenes coming up, mainly because the music playing in the background. I can almost play that on piano. It's just lovely. It really is. Like, that's the thing. Yuki Kajura did a fantastic job with the cutscene soundtracks.
Sakura... She really can't talk in this world.
That's right. The neural pathways that recognize the outside world and allow her to express herself have been completely severed. Her electric potential pulse control was determined to be unstable, but neither medicine nor nanomachine-based glial supplements had any effect.
It's weird that restoring her membrane electrical potential didn't do anything.
Yes. But now your waveform, the particular wavelength you possess, is making up for her deficiency.
I hear my dad is researching treatment for me too. He's making a Realian that's a lot like a human, and he's gonna make it so my senses are always linked up with it. That way, I won't have to make my mom sad anymore.
Sakura, you sure have nice parents.
What about you? Your dad is Dr. Yuriev, right? Don't you have a mom?
Yeah, we have one. Genetically speaking, anyway. She had a healthy ovum with a perfect set of chromosomes. That's all we really know about her.
How come you're not looking for her? Don't you want to meet her?
What's the point? So I can say, hi, you're the mother of a bunch of genetically engineered bioweapons?
Don't say that. You're not a weapon. You're a wonderful boy.
Oh, yeah? The only time we can leave the Institute is when there's a war going on.
Hey, Rubido. I have a favor to ask of you. My little sister is gonna be born soon. She's kinda different from a normal sister. I mean, my mom won't be giving birth to her, but my mother and sister. I want you to look after them for me, okay?
Okay, if she's your sister, I'll look after her. Like she was my own.
You promise?
Of course, leave it to me.
Good night, Rubido. See you tomorrow.
That's really sad. Obviously you can see the connection that Sakura had with Junior, which is a real shame, because we all know what's coming soon. In the days following this, the Miltian conflict will happen, and shit will go down. So it's interesting to see where where this will lead and how it fills in with the Miltian conflict. But yeah, Udu's waves are scary, my friend. They are quite creepy, especially the Song of Nephilim is the only thing which comes close to like how creepy Udu actually is. And the more you know about Udu, the more you know he isn't actually creepy. It isn't actually creepy, I should say. The Song of Nephilim just creeps me out because it's generally a creepy tune. Anyway, guys, apologies for me being in this episode for probably a minute, but I'll see you in the next episode when we actually will finish off the cutscenes here and finally do some gameplay. Anyway, guys, take care. See you then. Can't wait to be back for the next episode of XenoSaga. Bye bye.